I think we did like 400, 500 oneers.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
What? That was you or somebody else?
It has to be me. I'm the stunt double.
Okay.
There's no stunt double for the stunt double.
I didn't know. Maybe, you know. Wait, is there?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Stuntwomen React. We are here with Lauren Mary Kim, who is a stuntwoman extraordinaire, specializes in fights. You've done some crazy wire work. You've been on a bunch of really cool projects. So we have a bunch of really cool clips, both from your work and some stuff that we want to show to you. So we'd love to hear your thoughts, have you break some things down, share your stories and experiences with everyone here. So let's jump in.
It seems like Daredevil was so long ago. I think it was, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It seems like
2016,
so long ago. The Nobu fight with Daredevil is one of my favorites.
You city belongs to no one, belongs to us.
So is this you here?
Yes.
Very cool.
We shot that one in the middle of the night on a cold New York night. Micah Carnes, who doubled Nobu, he had to do like a kick off my chest and then kick Daredevil in the face.
Oh, geez.
Which was, you know, I'm a girl with boobs, so that was not easy.
You have to be planted and grounded for that, right?
Exactly.
But it can't look like you're ready for it.
Exactly. I know, it kind of looks like I did wait a little, god damn it. I think I tried to do like a ghost hip. It's so dark too, so that kind of helped me.
You just got to do it a whole bunch until it looks right, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Dang.
sometimes it takes a long time.
Was this shot in sequence or was it shot in coverage?
No, I think we did pieces. Actually, you know what? We did a bunch of masters for this one as well.
What's your preferred way of working?
Pieces.
Pieces?
It saves the performer, for sure. Elodie Young has a black belt in karate, so she was able to pick up choreography really fast and on the day. She was phenomenal. And then we started training together, so we started actually moving a lot alike. So sometimes we would watch takes and we're like, is that me? Is that you? I can't tell.
Awesome.
So why would you swap out to another person if the actress also knows martial arts?
Because she doesn't always get the rehearsal time like I do, because she's always like shooting scenes, and sometimes they can't do the flip or the falls, and so that's where we come in.
How often do you find yourself on a new show?
If I'm on a run of a show like Daredevil, that's like 6 months. It just varies depending on the length of each show.
So is this one of your scenes right here?
Yes. I fight all the defenders in this episode. So I fight Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist.
Ooh.
She gets picked up by Jessica Jones, thrown face first into a wall.
That was you or somebody else?
It has to be me. I'm the stunt double.
Okay.
There's no stunt double for the stunt double.
I didn't know. Maybe, you know. Wait, is there?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Only because they have to save the main double, so they'll bring in someone to do something gnarlier.
Okay. It looks like you get wrecked right here.
Oh, yeah,
This is
yeah.
great. This
Yeah.
is so good. Walk us through this here. What's
All
going
right.
on here?
I'm on a wire, and basically I'm doing a butterfly. It's a wushu move where your legs kick up and you literally look like a butterfly in the air.
Got you.
And that helps the momentum of me to face the wall, so I don't actually hit my face on the wall, but I actually brace myself with the wall with my arms.
Okay.
So that's a little trick we did there.
Was it like a double wire setup where one is pulling you into the scene?
I think we did have a traveler on that, but I'm not like the best rigger to know the exact setup. We obviously mat it.
Are they hiding pads in the shadows down
You know,
there?
I think we did have a pad that was painted to look like the ground.
Usually, okay, with something big like this, right? You don't want to do, all right, take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
I think we did like 2 or 3 on this one.
And is that up to the stunt coordinator versus the director? There's a fine line there, or do you just keep getting it until you get it?
Well, usually the coordinator asks you if you can do another one. But yeah, it's up to the director, A, if he thinks he got it, B, the stunt coordinator, if he thinks that they got it, and if it's usable.
How much say do you have as a stunt performer? If you've done it 2 or 3 times, you hit yourself, you're kind of hurting, you think you had it taken there, and you're just like, it's not safe, it's not feeling safe. How much say do you have?
In the beginning of my career, I probably wouldn't say anything ever. Now that I've been in the industry a lot longer now, if there's a gag that I felt that was literally killing me, I think I would say something. We have to watch out for ourselves, and this is our livelihood. If you wreck us on a job, we may not be able to work for another like how many months, and so that director's not paying my bills.
Yeah.
But there's also that element of like, you have to be tough. There's a time when to say, you know, enough is enough.
Hey, this is the part where we ask you guys for comments. I'm not gonna ask you guys for cool stunt scenes or fight scenes. I'm gonna ask you guys for guests you'd love to see on the show. So please leave a suggestion down below for people you would like us to reach out to see if they would like to be on Stunt Men or Women React.
Oh, this seems familiar. I actually doubled Emily Swallow as the armorer, and I actually got to do this entire fight.
That's you right there?
Yeah, that's all me, actually.
Dang.
That was probably one of the most strenuous fights I've ever had to do.
Really?
Because of the armor?
Yes.
Okay.
And the helmet as a oneer. We never did it as pieces.
Really?
We did the whole fight from top to bottom. I think we did like 400, 500 oneers.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Because we shot so many different angles.
How do you feel about that? Because like
I died.
Yeah.
How do you keep your energy up for 400 takes?
I think I had Red Bull, or I had
How many days did you spend shooting this scene?
one.
What?
That's really
Yeah.
good for one day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the second unit day. The director, Dave Filoni, he's like the god of Star Wars. He actually directed this scene, and he really wanted to get the entirety of it in every moment, and he was very detailed with everything.
That's
like,
great.
He did such a good job directing this.
Dave Filoni isn't necessarily an action guy, right?
He comes from animation, actually, and he's a really good illustrator, creator.
Sweet. So he knows movement and he knows.
Yeah, he knows
framing.
camera. Yeah.
So when you have someone like that as your director for second unit, how does that differ than say like having a stunt coordinator step in and do second unit directing?
Well, usually the stunt coordinator shoots like a previs. They have an idea of how it should be edited, so they shoot towards the edit. With Mandalorian, they like to get a lot of different angles, so they can really choose and see which one is the best for each moment. They're very particular with what their look is, so that's why they shoot so many different angles. And then we had to do positive contact. It was hard for me to hit the guys. You know, you're always taught to like not hit people, but they're like, no, just jam in the leg, hit him in the face. And I'm like, oh my God.
Did their stormtrooper armor actually help them take the hits?
Yeah, and so the guys were like, hit me harder, I can't feel it. So I'm like, ah! So I was freaking out a little bit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So when you were shooting those scenes in Mandalorian, was that on a fully built set or was that on the virtual set?
That was actually a set they built. So most of the time we did shoot on the volume, but this one they actually created like a old-fashioned set.
Could any of you see out of your masks?
The guys know, because anytime I hit them in the face, the helmet would like turn. So then they're like moving and like guessing that I'm there.
Did your costumes break much from that?
The stormtroopers broke constantly.
Really?
Constantly. Mine, I think, was pretty good because I wasn't taking a lot of hits, but it was just super restrictive because I had like, different straps. So like I couldn't easily take it off. Breathing was like the hardest thing. And then the fogging, of course.
This brings up a very important question. How practical is the Mandalorian armor? Like, would you rock it or would you change it?
I mean, the helmet obviously I think protects you from a lot of No, I think it's pretty practical. I just don't know about the furry little shoulder thing. That would just make you really hot, and it made me hot, so I don't know what the point of that is.
Yeah, she's working
it
in
just
like a
looks cool. It just looks badass.
I just realized this is Kali / Eskrima.
Yeah.
For the people who don't know what Kali is, can you explain or describe what Kali is?
Kali, or Eskrima, is also like a Filipino martial arts that dates way back, so much history, so many different variations in that style. So it's like a lot of stick fighting, a lot of weapon work, but we also do open hand fighting as well. You would think fighting with 2 sticks is like, oh, it's easy, you just hit them like this. But no, there's like ways to hit the hand with the butt side of the weapon. There's disarming. There is just endless knowledge in that martial arts. It's best known from Dan Inosanto because he was Bruce Lee's best friend.
So Dan, you said, is your guru?
Yes.
Can we say that? Is that?
Yeah, you can say that.
That's amazing. We have a clip from Game of Death where Dan fights Bruce Lee. I would love to just get your take on that and your insight on that.
He was a huge influence as I started to get into martial arts. So I did my own Game of Death where I fight in each martial art that I trained in.
Yeah.
So this is Silat. Silat is an Indonesian martial art. It's very similar to capoeira, so there's a lot of trapping, and then we do a lot of groundwork, and something that's different than like other martial arts, we actually sit on our butt and we'll fight from the ground.
I liked your transition from the rooftop to the dojo.
Yeah, so each character hits me into a new scene.
That's awesome.
And so this is Taekwondo. This is actually my first martial art I ever trained in.
When filming these kind of fight scenes, how often do you get hit?
Well, I hire the best people, so never.
Really? Okay.
And this is Amy. You guys know Amy
yeah.
Johnston. We did
yeah.
a Kung Fu Wushu fight, and this is my second martial art I trained. You're going from like a low stance to jumping, and it's just physically draining.
Did you choreograph this?
Yeah, me and Amy choreographed this one.
So when you're choreographing a fight, what's your thought process?
Well, first, we think about any cool moves that we want to display, and then we try to put like a skeleton of a fight. We like just start moving and fighting each other, and then like see what works and what doesn't. But that's not how every fight is choreographed, because sometimes we have to go by story. So you have to think about those elements as well when you think of a script. But for my projects, I think about more moves that I want to showcase because this is my creative outlet.
Absolutely.
And I don't have a script.
Got you.
So when you're working on the flow and it's like, okay, throw this and you're gonna block it like this and it goes over here.
That was really good. Oh my God.
I missed it.
I've watched a lot of movies. So, you're thinking about that for film. So like what makes a good flow?
Well, honestly, Jeff Amato was the choreographer for The Bourne Identity. And so what I learned from him is like, sometimes he's like, just throw something at me. Just try hitting me. And then he'll naturally move with what you give him. And so that's what I try to emulate from him, because it's something that's natural, what feels good, and then from there you can dissect. The end's not out, but I have half of it already shot if you want to check it out on my YouTube channel.
Sweet. Heck yeah.
This is not an ad segment. We're working on a new video because you guys left some comments in the previous video. Remember when we reacted to Birdemic?
I've managed to go my whole life without watching this.
Well, guess what? We are trying to fix those visual effects, so be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be the first to know when that video drops.
Thank you so much for watching this, guys. We had a lot of fun. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. If you guys want to follow Lauren's work, she has her own YouTube channel, Lauren Mary Kim. There's a link in the description below. You can check out her stuff, inspired by old Bruce Lee and all the cool new stuff in between up to this moment. So you do really awesome stuff. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.